Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative. Speak to Cooper Van Grootel about season 2 of One of Us is Lying, airing on Peacock October 20th. Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me, Petey. I appreciate your time.
No, absolutely. I feel like there's a lot going on when you get official word that you're coming back for another season. Are you focusing on your character specifically? Are you focusing on all the unanswered questions? Like, what is the mindset early on that you're coming back for a season 2?
Yeah, I think it's a great question. I think it's hard to know what's going to unfold until we sort of get the scripts, in our email. Right? So I think it's kind of left to your imagination what you think is going to happen. I think when we got the green light for the season 2, I feel like I like to somewhat relax on that and just wait until we're there and like we're in pre-production. Also, there is such an excitement and the buzz about it. So you are thinking of these, ideas of what your character, where your character is going to go and what's going to happen with Bronwyn and Nate and how they're going to take, this season 2, which isn't based off the book. They had to go on their own sort of tangent, so that was super exciting. But I don't think it was until I got the scripts in the inbox that I was able to kind of really sort of start to piece together what was going to happen.
Because there's all these questions, right? What happens with your character, right? Like, what's going to happen if there's going to be new characters? Like you said, it's really important. This one's not kind of based on the book, so the possibilities I feel like are endless there. What do you also think about the fact that the audience essentially is like a detective watching One of Us is Lying, you know what I mean? And everything. Do you kind of notice, do you clue in that that's going to happen when you early on, sign on to the project specifically?
Yeah, I think there's always an element of that it is a murder mystery show that we're making here, and that the audience comes along for this ride too. And so I think we really try and play into the suspense and the murder mystery of it all, and that we are really like these characters in this world that for the most part we don't really know what's going on. That's what we're trying to figure out as well. And so that the idea that the character, us as actors that get to play these characters that go on that journey with the audience too, it's very immersive and it's very collaborative, and I think that's what's so cool about this show too. Like, the audience is always left wondering, and they're trying to piece it together too. And it's you're left at the edge of your seat after every episode. It's so exciting, yeah.
And you know what, there's a lot of shows like this on Peacock too, you know what I mean? There's shows like The Office that you could just put on in the background while you come home from work, right? And have a piece of pizza, just check your phone. Not this show. You'll miss something if you're not paying attention.
You gotta be very very aware of what's going on. You can't miss a beat. So when you need to get up and go to the bathroom watching it, you better hit pause, because
if you don't, it's wait, when did that person come back?
You ever have that? Did you ever have that? Watching a show?
Well, I think sometimes I make the problem sometimes too, where, and it's not, doesn't mean the show's not good, but you come home from a late night at work, you put a horror movie on, you're tired, right? You're dozing off a little bit, and that's happened. It's I guess I missed that.
Yeah, I mean, with this show, you need a cup of coffee in hand too, because you got to stay on point.
100%. Is there a little bit of pressure working in kind of, like you said, murder mystery, true crime and everything, knowing there's a big appetite for it? Or do you kind of, does the excitement that you get to work out in that kind of world overcome the pressure, if there is any? Yeah,
I think when we're in New Zealand, we very much feel like we're in a bubble. And I do think that, the sort of praise and the praise that we got from season 1 definitely instilled confidence in us. And I think we were, not to say that season 2 is going to be amazing. It is. But when we were filming, we don't really like to, be like, oh, this is going to be great. But I think there is a certain level of confidence that we do have coming into season 2. But also, it's a competitive industry out there. The entertainment industry is competitive, and there's a lot of shows out there that kind of sit in that realm, that murder mystery realm. And so we kind of just, we collaborate. We're very creative, and we try and just do the best job possible. And I think that's all you can ask for. There is such a great team on board, the whole cast, the writers, Erica, the showrunner, all the directors, down to like the casting gal Pillsbury and Jen Morrison who cast the pilot. It's all a very collaborative experience that comes together, and I think that when you have the support of these people, the pressure is definitely taken off a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like it's our first time speaking, but we've spoken to Annalisa and like Sara before. Yeah, like they talk about just kind of the collaboration, and it's just unbelievable, which is awesome. Very quickly, what are you hoping they'll get out of it with season 2 of One of Us is Lying when they get to watch it, besides kind of being a detective and everything specifically?
Oh, I hope people's minds are blown when they get to the first episode. But I think these characters are so relatable. So I think that I hope people are able to come away feeling emotionally moved. I hope they've garnered new perspectives about life. And I think that's all that we can really ask for. I think, a lot of these characters are so relatable, and I just hope it touches people out there and makes them feel, more included. And maybe people that are lost in life, maybe they can, sort of gain some sort of direction through the show. And so if we can touch a few people and have a positive impact, then I'm stoked about that.
Season 2 coming to Peacock in October 20th. One of Us is Lying. Cooper, thank you so much for your time. It was so great chatting with you.
Yeah, so great chatting with you too, Petey. Thanks for bringing the energy. You're great.
We got to be excited about it. If we're not, what are we doing here, right?
I appreciate you, mate.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.